Hey, what's up, guys? It's Brando with Brando Sports World here, and today we are doing number 98 of the top 100 college football teams of 2022. Today we got Wyoming Cowboys. So last year they had a record of 7-6, average points per game 25.4 on the offensive side. Wyoming Cowboys, I think that they're going to be kind of a middle of the pack type of team again this year. I know last year they did that 7-6 record. But let's go ahead and go through the schedule and see what we got brewing up here. So we'll kind of make some of these videos pretty quick here, just so that way we can get to the record. But starting out, they go and play at Illinois. I do think since that's an away game against a Big Ten opponent, I do think they won't be able to score a ton of points on them. So I'm going to go ahead and give Wyoming the loss on that very first game of the season. Heading into week 2, we got Tulsa up in Oklahoma. Tulsa's not well known as far as scoring tons of points, things of that nature. So I'm going to go ahead and give Wyoming the win on that one. Heading into week 3, they play Northern Colorado. Nobody knows much about Northern Colorado, so we're going to go ahead and give Wyoming the win on that one as well. Heading to week 4, they're going up against the Air Force Falcons. I do think that game will probably be a lot closer than people would think, and I'm going to go ahead and give that win to Wyoming as well because it's a home game for Wyoming. So now we're sitting at 3-1 heading to week 5. Heading into week 5, they play at BYU. BYU is going to be a really good team this year. I like what their coach is doing up there for Brigham Young. And I think especially because this is an away game, I don't think this game will be too close in any circumstance whatsoever. So we're going to go ahead and give Wyoming the loss on that one, bringing their win total to 3-2 at this point. Week 6, we got the San Jose State Trojans. This is a home game for Wyoming. I do think that San Jose State's a solid team out of that conference, but I do think Wyoming will pull off the win here since it is a home game. So we'll go ahead and give Wyoming the win on that one. Heading into the next week, we have an away game at New Mexico State. The Aggies, I would say since it's an away game, we're going to go ahead and give it to Wyoming. Since it's an away game, I do think this will be a lot closer than people would suggest, but we're going to go ahead and give the win to Wyoming. I do think they pull off a quick upset, if you want to call it that, so we'll give it to Wyoming. Heading into the next week, it is actually a bye. Past that, they have a home game against Utah State. I do think that that will be a tough game. I would just suggest that Wyoming would... I have a tough time with that one, honestly. I'm going to go ahead and give the win to Utah State, so that'll be a loss for them, the Cowboys. Next week, it is an away game at Hawaii. I do think this game will be close. I do think since it's an away game clear out in the ocean, we're going to go ahead and give it to Hawaii. Next week after that is a away game again. They're on the road, Colorado State, Fort Collins. I do think that Colorado State's not going to be a very good team this year, so I'm going to go ahead and give the win to Wyoming on that one as well. The week following that is the Boise State Broncos, and I think that Boise State always seems to have a solid team put together. They do well, and they're always at the top of their conference, plus the blue field messes with everyone. But since this is a home game for Wyoming, I do think that they have an opportunity to keep it close somewhat. But I'm going to have to go ahead and give Boise State the win here just from the recent track record that Boise State's had. So that will be a loss for the Cowboys on this one. Heading into the final week, week 12, it is another away game, so they're playing a lot on the road at this point. We're going to go ahead and, I apologize, that's Fresno State. They're away at Fresno State up in California. But that is quite a ways away from Wyoming. I do think that the away game will play a factor here, and I'm going to go ahead and give the win to Fresno State. So with that being said, the record comes out to being 6-6. Pardon me. The record comes out to being 6-6, so they actually have one less win compared to last year. Granted, they might make it to a bowl with that record. They probably will. So they have a chance to tie up the record from last year, but I don't think that they're going to do anything amazing just because it's Wyoming, and they don't play too much for competition, but always the middle of the pack team in that conference. So anyways, that's all I got for you today. Team number 98, Wyoming, with a 6-6 record. Thanks for tuning in. For Brando Sports World, I'm Brando signing off. Thank you.